Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for May 29th, 2023, from Proverbs chapter 22, verse 14. The mouth of forbidden woman is a deep pit. He with whom the Lord is angry will fall into it. Now, the first part of this proverb makes good sense, that the forbidden woman will bring about some negative consequences, which is considered to be a deep pit, i.e., the pit of hell. But notice what the second part of this proverb states: he with whom the Lord is angry will fall into it. Keep in mind that on the last day, those who do not believe the Lord will be placed into the pit of hell. So this is a strong warning for us as Christians to avoid adultery and to encourage Christians to continue to follow Christ through his holy word. Verse 15, folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline drives it far from him. I like the poetic expression here that the author uses. Children must be taught. And the writer notes that discipline needs to be used for the purpose of driving out the folly within a child. But now, the better question may be, what's the age of a child? My answer is there is no upper limit to this childlike. We all act like a child, regardless how much gray hair I may have at the top of my head. There are still times I act like a child. So henceforth, we all need God's discipline so that we may continue to follow and put our faith and trust in God alone. Verse 16, whoever oppresses the poor to increase his own wealth or gives to the rich will only come to poverty. So yes, unfortunately, we can oppress the poor. And unfortunately, we can take the many blessings that God has given to us and give it to the wealthy, powerful, influential people of this world for the purpose of padding our own pockets ultimately. But in doing so, we're not following God's command to take care of the poor, to remember the widow and the orphan, nor are we being content with what God has given to us. So our quest to gain more money by taking advantage of the poor or rubbing elbows, so to speak, with the high and mighty of this world will only bring us to the poverty of the eternal depths of hell. So we should continue to give alms to the poor, take care of those in need, using the riches that God has given to us here and now so that God may be glorified and not ourselves. Verse 17, incline your ear and hear the words of the wise and apply your heart to my knowledge. This verse begins a section of the Proverbs talking about the words of the wise. In the beginning of this section, the author here states that we need to listen and apply God's word to our lives. It's not just sitting in pews on Sunday morning, but learning from God's word so that we make changes even in our own life. Verse 18, for it will be pleasant if you keep them within you, if all of them are ready on your lips. So not only are we listening to God's word and applying God's word to our lives, as the previous verse mentions, but now to learn it so well that these words are about ready to come off our lips to speak God's word of comfort to those around us. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for listening.